Dr.Asif and Sofi, head division of LPT, and the division of LPT who is organizing this training program. On the behalf of myself as well as on the behalf of our division, I welcome you all to this training program. Basically, we are scheduled to have an inaugural function right now, but our chief guest had some other meetings, so we have postponed that inaugural function to 12. So we will start with one lecture, and for that we have our one of the eminent speaker. He is from ICR Institute, named Central Sheep and Wool Research Institute, Nagar, Rajasthan. He is a principal scientist in the division of textile technology, TMTC, textile manufacturing, textile chemistry. He has an experience of in all the animal fibers, and he has worked good on Pashmina as well, because he has been involved in few extremely funded projects, and he is a member of textile committee. He is a member of BIS, Bureau of Industry, for this textile related issues. So he is one of the eminent personality we are having. We are lucky to have him and starting the program with his presence, to have him here. We'll start with his lecture, and then later on we'll go for it in our functions, and later on in the afternoon we'll have another sessions. Okay, I welcome Dr. Ajay. Welcome Mr. Yasir. He is a faculty from National Institute of Fashion Technology. He is accompanying the 5 scholars from his institute, 6 scholars rather. So I welcome him here to this faculty. Sir, Ajay sir, how are you?
Myself, Ajay Kumar, as Dr. Asif introduced. So, and you are talking to people who are attending this final training program under the mini, micro and small entrepreneurship. So the topic assigned to us is quality assurance of Pashmina product with special emphasis on physical methodology. So there is an issue with the quality assurance of the Pashmina product. Okay. Though it is a very hardship by the farmer to produce the fiber, and after that the very hardship by the fiber after harvesting, this removal of guard hair or spinning of yarn afterwards, then weaving. All these techniques are very, very tedious, and the people who are engaged in this, they are not getting sufficient renovation. I am not saying that renovation is not there. There is a renovation, but by the increasing period, the lifestyle is changing, and everybody wants to be little bit comfortable lifestyle. So they also having, with this hardship, they also have a right to live with a better life. So they had to get their proper renovation from their produce or their hardship. So that's why it is required. Otherwise, what happened that the Pashmina has been adulterated with a fine wool or some shatus also, which is a ban, and that will cause the cease of the consignment. So it is a play by the industrialist or the big entrepreneurships. So they are fetching good amount of money. So to protect this consistent effort by the government of JNK and central government with the WTO, this Pashmina getting the GIP certification, that to protect the area specific production of Pashmina fiber, at the same the rights and renovation of the people who are engaged in the Pashmina business. So, as it is well known, paradise being of natural beauty, and beside to place it also known for the handicraft items, wood handicrafts, or the handicraft prepared by the Kashmiri artisans in terms of Pashmina or the Kashmiri shawls. The Pashmina shawl is one of the major craft which is renowned globally. And the Pashmina industry include fiber harvesting, spinning, already told this. And this industry have significant economic contribution to the state GDP and potential of the employment generation. The value chain of fine wool and Pashmina blended shawl manufacturing provides livelihood to more than 10 lakh people of the state. It is इसमें मैं रिपोर्ट करने में थोड़ा सा हाथ खींच के ही बोलना 10 to 20 lakhs and contributed to economic development of the approximately 1000 crore per annum. Okay, so this is the potential for this Kashmiri and Pashmina shawl, and it is why it is to be the Kashmiri. This handloom Kashmiri shawls make is a skill over which Kashmiri artisans expertise themselves over the generations. That's why it is need to be protected. Otherwise, this art get to be dying with the modern technology. That the design which is prepared by the artisan by hand, that can be easily reproduced on the jacquard loom. There is now electronic jacquard is coming. This can finest design can also be produced on that. Or machine made embroidered work is also there. Very fine embroidery can also be possible. So it is a secondary occupation and supplement income of the people of the state from tourism. Tourism, no doubt, that is the first business in the Jammu and Kashmir, and the Pashmina is the second one. No doubt, floriculture and other this horticulture. These are also the major component of the revenue generation or the livelihood of the Kashmiri peoples. The Kashmiri shawls are produced by two different techniques: loom woven or the Kani shawls, and needle embroidered or Sodi shawls. So, is it need to be tell the how to go for the Kani shawl, or everybody knows?
So just you, just put some light on this.
Oh, that's it. So in this, the warp are to be prepared traditional method. Around 200 warp sets are being converted into sheet form with a length of 4 to 6 Kani shawls. Each shawls have length of more than 2 meters, and so 4 to 6, it's around 10 to 12 meter length should be prepared by hand, traditional. And the different color threads for weft is wound on a small wooden stick. Here you see pointer है?
जी सर।
नीचे? नहीं चलेगा, नहीं चलता, नहीं चलता, नहीं चलता, नहीं चलता, नहीं चलता, मुझे पता है। इस सिस्टम पे नहीं चलता, अगर वो ओवरहेड स्क्रीन होती ना, उस पे चलता। So you see there that the small sticks, here are wounded different colored Pashmina yarn used for design preparation or insertion of weft. Each weft, like carpet, this shawl is prepared similar to that of carpet. A single Kani shawl can be prepared, take to prepare 2 to 3 months to an artisan in a group of 2. We have just see that how skill is that for a single weft different colors are to be placed by hand by raising the warp threads by finger and insertion of the weft. In the first step, the design is plain. Design plane is traced on the paper called tali. Each line of tali represents one weft insertion and marked with number and symbol denoted each and every stage of weaving, increasing or decreasing of color. Increasing means where the float is required according to the design. Suppose in the 4 warp sets, it is a float is required. So that will be some continuous float knots. So after these 3 or 4 threads are being taken, pulled down, and then this colored thread is moved toward, and afterward it is inserted into lower. By this the design is produced. change in place of color for producing the desired pattern and motif of the design. Second way is the Amlikar, embroidery Pashmina shawls. This is also an handmade system of shawl making, and the plain Pashmina shawl is firstly woven on handloom with the interlacement of Pashmina yarn in both warp and weft direction fabric with a simple shawl weaving. After yarn is same, but it is the plain shawl. Mostly this is white. And the plain fabric is further followed by needlework with colored thread according to pattern and motif of the design. And there also there is a tracing of the design and accordingly like embroidery. आप सभी लोगों ने देखा होगा ना एम्ब्रॉयडरी क्या कहते हैं वो रिंग होता है ना रिंग मोस्टली ट्रेडिशनली घर में सब लोग करते हैं रुमाल पे सिमिलर but they are self-precise, they are going to it according to them they can prepare it. Here the plain Pashmina shawls, Pashmina shawl with the different colors also fascinate people. No doubt design and color combination enhance the value, but plain Pashmina shawl also be liking of few people. So both way it can be. And the excellent softness and design with lesser availability. These shawls are very high popularity among the wealthy section of the society in India and abroad, because each shawl after finishing treatment, it is costing to more than 50,000 to 1 lakh rupees. This is the range of the one shawl, because the labor involved in terms of fiber harvesting in the sense this removal from the animal. पता है आपको कैसे होता है हार्वेस्टिंग ऑफ पश्मीना? पंजे से इसका स्किन को कॉम कर. In that combing process, that some guard hair and the undercoat fine fiber are come off. Otherwise, it will cause a heat stroke to the animal. So in sheep it is shearing, while in case of Pashmina it is combing. Because we don't require the guard hair. We require only the fine Pashmina, undercoat of the Pashmina. But as the process, some guard hair also, and that guard hair is the decrease the properties of the final produce. That are need to be separated by hand. So machine is also be there. Now, so availability is very low. Only 40 million ton raw Pashmina. And the Pashmina contains around 40% of guard. So you can say around only 24 to 25 million ton of Pashmina fiber is available annually in India. While huge demand of supply. Demand and supply gap is very high, more than double. That's why it is costly. Second, the reason that the art, that being a handicraft, to ensure the wages of the spinners. Can you imagine that a single woman in the previous era can spin only around 50 or 150 grams per day of 8 hours. 50 grams of Pashmina yarn can be spun by a single lady. And there is a good posture issues, and so that under this NAIP we can develop SKUAST, and we developed a charkha, pedal operated. It is simple to like that sewing machine, pedal operated sewing machine, and that can improve the ergonomics, and that can help increase the productivity to more than double. Around 100 to 125 grams can be spun by a lady in a day with a better posture. That will help him in the otherwise in the old age they have baggage problems. In the old age, because of those involved in this business. While this Kani and Sozi shawl making still it is on the loop, process and reducing. So that's why this craft has been protected. To secure the livelihood of Pashmina grower, and local artisans, both men and women, and improve economic value of the Pashmina shawl. Why? This GI is required, and to save customer from buying fake, replica or counterfeit shawls. Both उनका लाइवलीहुड सिक्योर करना प्लस साथ में जो कस्टमर इतना पैसा पे करके प्रोडक्ट खरीद रहा है, दैट वाज नॉट बाय एनी ऑफ them, because when he is paying, it is his rights to get the quality product and genuine product. That's this GI certification of Pashmina shawl and stole has been claimed and awarded by WTO. The claim are fiber, that is 100% Pashmina, used in shawl making, should be of Capra hericus, goat habitat only in China. Similar fiber can also be habited in Kashmir, Australia, or in China. But these fiber are hello. Okay. So it is the fiber produced from JNK goat only, not the Chinese or Australian Kashmir. Fiber quality almost similar. What are the difference? The fineness of the fiber should be up to 16 micron only, while in case of Kashmir it is 16 to 18. In this around 12 to 14 or some maximum to 16. So the JNK Pashmina is little bit finer than the Kashmir. And the yarn should be only hand spun by local artisan. Shawl weaving and design embroidery should also be accomplished by Kashmiri artisan. Then only this authenticated genuine Pashmina shawl with the GI certification. In that each and everything, mainly the artist or the weaver, his complete detail is labeled QR code based. So on the Pashmina GI tag, with GI tag, you just use the mark, and that you get the whole history of the, where the origin of the fiber, who is the spinner, who is the weaver, and who is the supplier. In major supplier, merchant. So all detail is there. But even after this, what happens? The fine Pashmina yarn spin may possible to spin with machine or craftsmanship of artisan belonging to other location. In India itself, that fine cotton hand spun yarn spun belly, that you can say the malmal, Dhaka ka malmal, or the finest count around 200 any. Can you imagine 200 any? Or you can say the quality, finest quality, 200 to 400 any. One of the textile India 2017 I saw, there is a hank of 800 any cotton yarn. So that yarn is even finer than Pashmina, and that can be prepared by artisan and spun. So there is a craftsman who can spin if they get the material. So to protect this, we need GI. And the design embroidery may also be possible to replica with the help of electronic zipper. Okay, so that's why this GI registration is desirable. The leftover way and means for check authenticity of Pashmina shawl is its verification through fiber characterization. Okay. मैडम स्माइल क्या हो गया? नहीं कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछ लो, नहीं जो भी डाउट हो पूछो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. But after these, because so many people are involved in this, no doubt there is certification, the tagging also, but it is difficult. ताले जो है वो ईमानदारों के लिए होते हैं, चोरों के लिए नहीं होते, है ना? अभी भी करते हैं। तो हाउ वी कैन कैरेक्टराइज टू चेक। मेरे पास जो है ना बहुत सारे कंसाइनमेंट्स के जो है ना सैंपल टेस्टिंग के लिए होने के लिए आते हैं कस्टम से, दिल्ली से, IJ एयरपोर्ट कस्टम डिपार्टमेंट टू टेक द अडल्ट्रेशन, and they are offering huge money to me. But I am not entertaining. I am so the sample coming from the department and report sent to the department only. I am not even allow anybody to move in our office. Okay. So, first method for the identification of the fiber that it is belong to Pashmina or not is a chemical way. Because Pashmina or wool is all protein fiber. So the chemical method can help us to verify the adulteration of other natural fibers or synthetic fibers. Because if it is cellulosic fiber, that can be not dissolved in NaOH, while the protein fiber, whether it is Pashmina or wool, can dissolve in 5% solution, NaOH solution, for 10 minutes boiling with consistent stir. So this is the simplest method, chemical method to test whether any cellulosic fiber in the product is or not. If protein fiber is there, then that protein fiber is get dissolved. By the chemical ways, you can wash it and get the weight and weight of the other cellulosic fiber. So you get the percentage of the cellulosic fiber, and whatever the drain with the solution, that is your protein fiber. Whether it is fine one, fine wool, or your Pashmina. So this is the adulteration for the natural other cellulosic fiber. In case of silk also, the silk is also not yet dissolved. Though it is protein fiber, but silk is also not dissolved in NaOH. For that, there is separate test. Another method is the identification of adulteration is the microscopic method. Why it is to be? Adulteration with Pashmina is usually with the protein fiber, mainly with fine wool, because cellulosic method से तो कोई भी टेस्ट कर लेगा, लेकिन प्रोटीन फाइबर में प्रोटीन फाइबर का अडल्ट्रेशन करेंगे तो कोई नहीं पकड़ सकता, केमिकल बेस तो नहीं पकड़ेगा। और जो फिजिकल मेथड है वो उतने ऑथेंटिक नहीं है, उनमें थोड़े से फ्लॉज हैं, इस वजह से इसमें फाइन वूल का अडल्ट्रेशन होता है। पश्मीना जो है दैट इज आपका 12,000 रुपये पर केजी, 12 से 15,000 रुपये पर केजी, और फाइन वूल जो है वो 18 माइक्रोन का फाइन वूल है, दैट इज कॉस्टिंग अराउंड 4,000 to 5,000 रुपीज पर केजी, दैट इज टॉप फाइन वूल टॉप, so that can be easily mixed and it is ready for quality. How it is? You see in the first fine Pashmina fiber, in the microscopic observation, yes, Pashmina fiber having finer compared to the fine BM wool or Australian merino wool or fine top. In the Pashmina, there is a few guard areas also, and the guard areas of this type. Here you see in the middle figure, 2 Pashmina fiber is there, fine Pashmina fiber, and 4 guard areas. So continuous metal in the guard. So if it is genuine Pashmina, then some guard here is also permissible in the product, because even manual separation, even with the machine separation, some it is permissible with the 0.5 to 2% of guard here in the Pashmina yarn, that is accepted in the product. So if trace of guard is there, then that seems that it contains Pashmina, but it is very difficult to differentiate. Why? Pashmina and fine wool having no appearance of metal. अगर गार्ड एयर है तो ये कह सकते हो सिर्फ कि उसमें पश्मीना है, बट कितना पश्मीना है, कितना फाइन वूल है, ये नहीं कह सकते आप। दूसरा रीजन ये होता है कि पश्मीना फाइबर का जो माइक्रोन रेंज है वो 12 to 16 माइक्रोन है, और जो फाइन वूल है वो 18 to 20 माइक्रोन है. बट द फाइबर डायमीटर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ पश्मीना इज इन अ रेंज ऑफ 9 to 25 माइक्रोन, in which less than 20 micron fiber are 92.3%, and whereas fine wool it is in a range of 11 to 30 micron, and less than 20 micron fiber are also 60%. So in a sample or in a product, it is very difficult by this method to distinguish two material, that it is or the proportion of the material, then only it can be proven. So here the escape to the business person. So this is the method, but it is not much authentic one. Second one is the electronic non-microscopic analysis. In this observation, you see that pashmina having lesser in diameter, as in the microscope also. Here, scanning electron microscopy, we can analyze the surface morphology of the fiber. And in the fine wool fiber, you see the scale structure. In the pashmina also, the scale structure. The pashmina fiber having presence of uniform and even scale, and uniform diameter also. Uniform diameter in this is low aspect ratio. All people can understand the aspect ratio. You just see the oval. Major axis and minor adulteration का, शातूस adulteration का certification दिया, वो immediately पूरा consignment seize हो जाता है. आगे नहीं. How? What are the methodology they can? You can see the microscopic image. Shatus fiber. It is almost similar to that of pashmina. In the microscope, it is not to be possible to identify. But in the guard here, if they get the image of guard here of this sort, then they say that this is of shatus. And for the shatus is that it is banned because like pashmina, there is no issue with the shatus fiber. But the issue is that the pashmina is harvested without killing the animal, while shatus is harvested because it is not shaded, not in so much of length to harvest, because it is wild animal. So to harvest, first to kill the animal, then from the skin that fiber can be removed and be used for the pashmina. That's why it is banned. In the guard here also, you see the difference in the guard here. So by the appearance of the guard here in the microscopic way and the electronic microscopic way, they can identify that there is a adulteration of shatus. Even a single fiber coming there microscopic image, they can seize the all consignment. इंडस्ट्री परेशान हो जाती है, क्या करे कि एक फाइबर का एडल्ट्रेशन कहीं से भी हो सकता है ना, किसी भी वैल्यू चेन में फाइबर हार्वेस्टिंग से ले करके, है ना, जो पहाड़ में बैठा है, जंगल में बैठा है, कोई एनिमल मर गया, है ना, तो एक तो एनिमल मर गया तो उसको उन्होंने खा लिया और उसका फाइबर यूज कर लिया या मिला दिया अपनी वूल के साथ में, या फिर उन्होंने उसको मार दिया फाइबर के लिए, क्योंकि फाइबर भी तो कॉस्टली है ना. एक तो उसको मारने का फायदा ये, हंटिंग का फायदा ये है कि उसको मीट मिल गया, एक अच्छा खाना मिल गया उस दिन, दूसरा उसका जो फाइबर वो हार्वेस्ट करेगा वो पश्मीना के इक्विवेलेंट जाएगा. Because it is rarest of the rare and then material.
Somebody rather pashmina with shahtoos. I mean, shahtoos is already costly. Most of the times we can say that it would be like not a deliberate kind of.
That's why I told it is knowingly or unknowingly. But if a farmer hunted or it get, suppose with the wildlife system, a snow leopard can hunted a shatus, है ना, तो उसने तो मीट खाना है खाली, उसका लेपर्ड ने तो मीट खाना है ना, बाकी सब छोड़ देना है, मूली वगैरह नहीं खा जाना है, फाइबर तो नहीं खाना है उसने, किसी ने भी फाइबर नहीं खाना, क्योंकि बायोलॉजिकल सिस्टम में डाइजेस्ट नहीं होता फाइबर. वो फाइबर कहाँ जाएगा? तो वो तो फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट है ना, वैसे तो कॉस्टलियर है लेकिन इलीगल है इसलिए कॉस्टलियर। अदरवाइज जहाँ वो प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है, जहाँ से वो हार्वेस्ट हो रहा है, जहाँ से मिल रहा है, वहाँ तो फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट है उसके लिए। जो एक 12,500 रुपये kg का प्रोडक्ट उसको फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट मिल रहा है तो क्यों कोई नहीं ला करके डालेगा उसमें। उसको ये थोड़ी पता कि आगे जाके फंस जाएगा। किसान है जो भेड़ चरा रहा है या पश्मीना कर रहा है उसको थोड़ी आइडिया। और कितना भी आप कह लो हंटिंग है ना, रईसों के शौक। सलमान खान के ऊपर सभी केस हटा नहीं है, वो काले रहने वाला मर जाएंगे तब तक चलता रहेगा because it is a community based. Vishnoi community they are not allowed to revert back, and that case ended with the death of Salman Khan. तो ये चीज़ है। तो अमीरों को शौक भी है हंटिंग के, तो उन्होंने हंटिंग किया, अपना मीट खाया और भी, और अगले दिन फ्लाइट पकड़ के चले गए। तो तुम रोकने वाला है क्या? कोई नहीं रोकने वाला। केस होगा ठीक है, केस चलेगा। वो तो नोइंगली और अननोइंगली किसान तो लालच में डाल देता है। क्या करते उसको तो लग रहा है कि चलो रॉ पश्मीना है 6,000 रुपये kg है तो इसमें से 1 किलो फाइबर निकल आएगा तो उसको 6,000 रुपये और मिल जाएंगे, उसका टोटल सेल बढ़ गया ना, उसका इंटरेस्ट वहाँ पे खाली। तो ये रीज़न है। तो PIL is filed in Delhi High Court in Divisional Bench of Chief Justice Satish Chandra and Justice Subramanian Prasad filed and demanded modern SEM microscopy and DNA based testing procedure in the nodal testing forensic science lab at Dehradun for Shatu's investigation। अभी तक जो उनके पास है वो यही है। अब ये लिटिगेशन हुआ, चला, मिनिस्ट्री लेवल भी बात हुआ, काफ़ी सारा इस पर डिस्कशन हुआ, एंड दे आर नाउ establishing their DNA laboratory. SEM and DNA based laboratory they are establishing because they are the only nodal agency and they don't want that anybody can be tested. Any other lab can be the nodal agency. So they have to generate the facility there itself. Then only their certification is worthwhile. Otherwise it is to be allowed to other agency. And that is they are the nodal agency from the गजट ऑफ इंडिया, वाइल्ड लाइफ डिपार्टमेंट, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ वाइल्ड लाइफ, वहाँ से उनको नोटिफिकेशन, तो वो नोटिफिकेशन चेंज होना भी बहुत दिक्कत है। इट विल नॉट बी चेंज इजीली, फॉर दैट इट इज रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ अमेंडमेंट ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट। तो नो डिपार्टमेंट कैन बी गो अप टू दैट लेवल, एंड इफ पैरेलली नाउ दे आर मूविंग टुवर्ड to establish the laboratory, they are recruiting biotechnologists, recruiting SEM specialist technicians, so they establish the technology to further verify it. But long back under the NAIP project, with this department itself, under the guidance of Dr. Sarfaraz Wani, we awarded a project on a national NAIP project, National Innovative Project on Pashmina. Under that, we established a PCR based technology, that is DNA based technology for identification of Pashmina registration in woolen product. And the method is promising one for identification of Pashmina and differentiation from wool and other animals. Here we cover all the other animals. The standard operating procedures are the extraction of DNA and quality check. Primer was synthesized from different between goat, sheep, goat and other origin gene sequence available in gene bank database. We require some reference now. So from there we take the reference and the PCR product amplified from Pashmina, sheep, wool and other species DNA to confirm the PCR speciality. Here you see in the image DNA extraction from raw animal fibers. The lane 1 is Pashmina fiber, while lane 2 of sheep wool, lane 3 for the rabbit hair, lane 4 is yak hair, and lane 5 is camel hair, lane 6 is wild animal fiber. So it will source somewhere. Here it is reported wild animal fiber. It may be shatus because Dr. Bani gets somewhere. Say it is not confirmed that it is shatus or not to be reported. But this is the fiber. So that fiber also tested. Then 7 for the silk and M is your double digest DNA marker. So this is the band. The biotechnology can better explain this. My colleague biotechnologists can develop this technology with our help. The PCR based identification of Pashmina from textile material. This is the raw fiber. Now from the product, textile material. After mixing, then it is to be prepared in the form of yarn. But if it is by this method, it is possible to distinguish Pashmina proportion in woolen. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the lane 1 is your non-template PCR control, and lane 2 to 7 is a Pashmina specific PCR band. While lane L 100 BP plus is a DNA ladder, and lane 9 to 12 is a wool specific PCR band. So by this way, they can be categorized or quantified. Identification of textile fabric of unknown origin, जिसमें हमें पता ही नहीं है कि इसमें पश्मीना है। एक होता है ना कि पश्मीना है वुल है, हमने वुल का आइडेंटिफिकेशन किया या वुल मिक्स किया तो कितना परसेंटेज वुल है कितना परसेंट पश्मीना वो वहाँ से आइडेंटिफाई हो सकता है। दैट इज द SOP। बट टेक्सटाइल फैब्रिक है हमें पता ही नहीं है कि इसमें पश्मीना है, लेकिन पश्मीना के साथ क्या है अननोन। पश्मीना के नाम पे शीप वुल का शॉल भी जो है ना पश्मीना के नाम पे बिकता है, लेबल लग कर पश्मीना शॉल। दिल्ली में जो पश्मीना शॉल है उसका वेट होता है वहाँ पर 350 ग्राम, जबकि पश्मीना का जो शॉल है इट वेट इफ इट इज प्योर पश्मीना कानी और सऊदी शॉल वेट नेवर टू बी एक्सीड a weight of 180 grams. Your single color pashmina weight around 150 to 160 grams, and further kani shawl also of the same range, while this your Saudi shawl along with shawl because of the embroidery yarn, with some additional yarn of the embroidery yarn, that is increased up to 180 grams. If any shawl in the market said with the label of Pashmina shawl, you can easily identify if it's weight more than
Sir,
with the length.
I would beg to differ here. I would beg to differ here. So it's not true actually. So you can have plain Pashmina shawl which can go up to 250 grams without even embroidery, following these parameters of 14 and 16 microns. So reason being, if it's tightly woven. So generally you have got Pashmina plain shawls ranging from 150 to 250 grams, and it's not something new. And when we go for embroidery, it can even weigh up to 450 grams. So for example, if you take jama,
That is, but
yeah.
but again, what is the cost of that shawl?
No, I'm not.
That
I'm
is
not,
the issue,
I'm
na?
not debating on the cost thing, but I'm saying if we are saying and claiming that physically we
That are
able to
the special, that are the special products
No,
on
sir.
demand.
No, my only submission is that on the basis of weight, we cannot physically differentiate.
Yeah,
We cannot
but
claim
this
that
is a method for a layman, or this is a method for a buyer.
We as professionals, we as representatives of scientific institutions, sorry to say, sir.
No,
we
no,
should
it's
not-
okay, it's okay.
We should not say this thing in public domain because it creates a wrong precedence.
That's why I tell na, if it is a embroidery shawl, it will be higher, but not much higher. 350 ग्राम का तो कोई भी नहीं होगा, क्योंकि 350 ग्राम में तो 2.5 पश्मीना शॉल तैयार हो जाता है, और कोई भी बिजनेस में इतना पागल नहीं होगा कि जो है ना जिस एक शॉल की
होगा वो 250 ग्राम का
बता रहा हूँ ना, उसके कस्टमर डिफरेंट है, बहुत कम कस्टमर है,
If you see traditional
हो सकता है,
shawls,
लेकिन
whatever has been
बिजनेसमैन बिजनेस क्या करना चाहता है कि कम मटेरियल में
चीज है और एक क्वालिटी और पश्मीना शॉल, ये दो डिफरेंट चीज है। आप बोल रहे हो प्राइस रेंज ऐसा है, बट क्वांटिफाई नहीं कर सकते ना। आप बोल रहे हो ये पश्मीना शॉल नहीं है, ये पश्मीना शॉल है।
That's why it is these methods are there ना। हम तो अभी तक तो मतलब नॉर्मल, मैं सिंपल सी मार्केट की बात कर रहा था कि मार्केट में अगर जा रहे हो हाई एंड एम्पोरियम्स की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं जहाँ बहुत इलीट लोग आते हैं, एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी डिजाइन्स, जहाँ प्राइस का कोई वो नहीं।
Saying that this is Pashmina shawl, and normally they actually approach tourists, and those tourists are, I have a number of times seen that this is Pashmina shawl and how much it cost, and we all used to ask how much it cost. They say 2,000 rupees. It's never possible. है कि नहीं? So that kind of जो सर की यार्ड स्टिक है ना यहाँ पे, this is for those people. Embroidery की सर आप बात करें और ये यहाँ से बात करें because sir these people are all Pashmina business entrepreneurs. They are all they know about this marketing and other things. There are shawls जिनकी full embroidery होती है and they can go up to 500 grams, 700 grams, 800 grams. That's there. But as per as
वो
Dr.
2000 का में नहीं मिलेगा ना लोकल मार्केट में।
As per as Dr. Ajay is concerned,
There is another creation has always been happening on the other side, which is that merino, which is a similar kind of wool, and say for example, usme weight is almost equal or even lesser.
reverse of that is also true.
Yeah.
People are saying that fine wool, this fine
Like
wool,
suppose merino is mostly
merino, yeah, Australian merino,
Fine merino
that is
of
having
18
13 micron,
micron.
14
So
micron.
that is the threat where actually threat is coming from. It is not from the heavier wool.
Exactly.
So that is what
They
is
are,
my concern.
that is not, the reverse is also true.
Yeah.
They are selling, या people are जो भी इसमें आते हैं, they are selling those fine merino shawls in the name of chateaus.
That is
again there.
That is what is my concern. I'm
So the
saying
thing
my
is that-
concern is threat is coming from the other side rather than threat is coming from the lighter weight
Exactly.
shawls rather than the
Very
heavier
heavy.
weight. So that is my
तो इसमें ये है कि क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस की क्या पैरामीटर्स हैं,
अभी
कैसे
आप देखिए ना, अगर पॉलीप्रोपिलीन से बना दें फाइन यार्न बन जाएगा और उसी को वो तो हेवियर होगा ना पश्मीना, पॉलीप्रोपिलीन का शॉल तो बल्क भी होगा प्लस साथ में जाना।
You are self-answering my
हाँ ना?
So if you remember some years back there was advertisement by this idea this telecommunication company. So they were endorsing, they were trying to promote the information about design. That was the campaign, jingle they were running. So they were showing, they claim that two South Indian women coming to Kashmir and they're asking a local vendor that if it passes ring test only then it's a Pashmina. But that is again is a myth. You have what even say for example even if it's a 250 or 300 gram shawl, okay, and then if we use chemicals like say for example softeners and they can easily pass the ring test. No, my concern is see when we are sitting in an institute of repute of a national level, so we should try to propagate and provide information which is more scientific rather than mythical or storytelling based. So that is my concern.
This is in the why these some techniques are required. It किया जाता है, जरूरत नहीं है। जो ताला है वो ईमानदारों के लिए है, चोरों के लिए कोई ताला नहीं होता।
I completely agree with you, sir. But my concern
है ना?
is this thing only कि weight cannot be considered as a parameter for a layman.
Weight in the local vendor, local buyer, local vendor,
We take many parameters in collaboration. It is not just on the basis of single parameter.
है ना? हमने खाली वेट का मेरा कहना मतलब है कि मैंने फिर बोला ना, अगर आप बहुत हाई क्वालिटी एम्पोरियम में हैं जहाँ पे 1-1.5 लाख का शॉल ही मिलेगा, 500 ग्राम का अगर पश्मीना शॉल है एम्ब्रॉयडरी वर्क किया हुआ है तो आपको 1 से 1.5 लाख रुपए में ही मिलेगा। और एम्पोरियम वाला ही वेंडर जो है वो रख सकता है उसको, लोकल वेंडर नहीं रख सकता 1.5 लाख रुपए का शॉल, जो उसको रख लेगा और साल भर में एक भी कोई उसके पास दुकानदार नहीं आएगा खरीदने उसको, तो उसका तो मनी ब्लॉक हो गया ना, उसमें तो वो और बिजनेस करके और कुछ कमाएगा। बट वहाँ पे वो जो है ना सेल, अपनी सेल बढ़ाने के लिए पश्मीना का नाम लेता है, ये मेरा, ठीक है ना। तो sheep and goat origin fiber having detected by developed PCR techniques in fabric which were claimed to be made of pure pashmina fiber by manufacturer. Lane 1 is 100 BP DNA ladder and lane 2 is a PCR with seed specific primer and lane 3 is a goat specific primer. The developed PCR test able to detect less around 10% sheep wool in pashmina textile. If it is less than 10%, it is not possible by this method also. Minimum 10% sheep wool should be there. And when the different animal fibers are mixed and subjected to conventional process like dyeing, finishing, etc., there is further difficult to extract intact DNA. So this technique is also little bit get failed in case when it is dyed material. Either ground fabric is dyed or it is kani or sodi shawl which is using dyed yarn. Because intact DNA extraction भी जो है ना अपने आप में एक issue है. ICS has developed technology for extraction of DNA from the dyed pashmina textiles and proportion of adulteration thereof up to the level of minimum at least 10% adulteration होना चाहिए. For that we awarded patent from Indian Patent Office and this technology is ready for commercialization under ICS license. Thank you. टेक्सटाइल कमेटी ने भी कोशिश कर लिया और भी कई जो टेस्टिंग एजेंसीज हैं WRA है हमने भी कोशिश कर लिया बट जो रिपोर्ट्स है ना उसकी कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ में वहाँ टिकना चाहिए ना. अगर कहीं कोई कंसाइनमेंट रुकता है तो वहाँ पे वो टिकना चाहिए ना. तो वो उस तरह का जब तक ऑथेंटिकेशन लेबोरेटरी को गवर्नमेंट एजेंसी गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट से नहीं हो जाता वो एक्सेप्ट नहीं होता गवर्नमेंट सिस्टम में कस्टम डिपार्टमेंट में तब तक जो है ना टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप है बट उसका
हमारे बिजनेसमैन जो मीटिंग्स में डिनोटिफाई होना चाहिए गैजेट में वो डिनोटिफाई होना चाहिए कि कोलकाता और देहरादून लैब ओनली ऑथराइज्ड लैब फॉर अगर वो डिनोटिफाई हो जाएगा तो बाकी लैब्स भी एस्टैब्लिश हो सकती है.
उन्होंने काफ़ी कोशिश किया है. डॉक्टर आसिफ ने भी लैब के लिए यहाँ प्रपोज किया था और भी ले ने भी लैब प्रपोज किया हुआ है. लेकिन ये है कि फंडिंग मिल जाने तो आप खाली आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हो. आप अपने प्रोडक्ट में आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हो एश्योर हो सकते हो.
जस्ट टू शेयर विद हमारे जो ऑडियंस ने आपने जो बोला है कि हमने भी अप्लाई किया है वी गॉट दैट although we have very good facility of animal fiber quality assurance laboratory we want to upgrade that and central wood alum board एक project किया था कि DNA based so they that project in favor and we are in a stage of establishing that laboratory within 1 month it will be done but issue also our report will be ना it will be acceptable but still sir जिसमें भी आप मीटिंग्स में बैठते हैं तो थोड़ा सा इसको भी लेनी क्योंकि बार-बार ये लोग बोल रहे हैं कि ये गैजेट में डिनोटिफाई होना चाहिए कि
हाँ ये गैजेट डिनोटिफाइड होना चाहिए तभी तो कोई दूसरी
एग्जैक्टली दैट उसमें हमारे को अपनी जरूरत पड़ेगी बिकॉज़ नाउ आवर लैब विल बी इंशाल्लाह एक्रेडिटेड इन
एनेबल एडिशन होने के बाद भी वो ऑथेंटिक नहीं मानी जाएगी. कस्टम उसको नहीं मानेगा बिकॉज कस्टम गजेट ऑथेंटिकेटेड लेबोरेटरी बेस्ड जिसको गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट से ही नो डाउट आप गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट है यूनिवर्सिटी है सारा कुछ है बट एट द सेम योर लैब इज एनेबल एक्रेडिटेड
डेफिनेटली
बट दे आर गिविंग द FSL. तो आपका जो पश्मीना का डेडिकेशन आइडेंटिफिकेशन फाइन बुल के साथ है वो तो एक्सेप्ट हो जाएगा बट शातूस वाला जो है ना वो उन्हीं के पास है.
एग्जैक्टली
Yes.
I believe there are two different parts. One is enforcement. So there are two different parts. So when it comes to institutions like SKUAST or CDM, so they are meant to carry out research and help these artisans and manufacturers to promote and propagate. But what I believe when it comes to Dehradun, that's meant for enforcement of how they can curb the use of shampooos.
Okay.
And how much you try, I don't think that is going to happen in near future also, because one mandatory, it has to be some enforcing agency, only then it will be.
only single enforcing
It
agency.
cannot be institutions like universities or research institutions.
तो इसमें आपको भी शायद पता होगा कि यहाँ की जो वाइल्ड लाइफ डिपार्टमेंट है दे हैव आल्सो टेकन अप दिस इशू दे आर इन in collaboration we are trying to do something for the wildlife department and animal development department as well as SKUAST Kashmir. Maybe through them because wildlife department of Kashmir they also have one lab testing laboratory. So we also are working on that. Let's hope that इनका जो businessmen का जो इशू है वो सॉल्व हो बिकॉज इनका कभी ऐसा होता है कि एक सॉल्व में वो किसी को कस्टमर वाले को पता चला इसमें गार्डियन है एक गार्डियन they just seize whole consignment और वो मंथ्स वहाँ पे लगता रहता है.
I believe their bigger concern rather than this lab and things like that is their concern is that ban from Shahpur should be lifted.
That is
That is what
नहीं,
they are
नहीं, फिर तो वो strict हो जाएगा ना।
that is what they are
फिर तो शादी
interested
इसकी
in
अंडर
rather
शुरू हो
than-
जाएगी।
we are also promoting that because reason उसका है कि इतना ये नहीं ये आजकल वो endangered level से शायद
It has moved from
बाहर
that.
निकला है।
And I don't know, you know, when we say that people are having claimed all these antibiotics, I don't know where there's a scientific evidence, there's enough data to quantify that claim that people have been claiming killing. I don't think there is any proof
There is no
anymore.
proof like that.
So that is what we need actually work.
So it's like joy.
वो आ रहा है।
So that's the case. Any question of sir? Because we are having a number of experts. आपको जो queries है ना, because अजय साहब या शाहजहां साहब जो आएंगे या कदम साहब वो एक एक्सेल कमेटी की मीटिंग होगी और हमारे को एक सीपी करा रहा है SK गुप्ता साहब. He is from Wildlife Ministry of Dehradun. Dehradun की बात कर रहे हैं. He is also an expert and he will also deliver a lecture on this these techniques as well as what they are doing and what should we do in that case. So उनका भी लेक्चर हमारे पास है तो मे बी इन कमिंग लेक्चर्स विल बी हमारा सारे डाउट्स क्लियर हो जाएंगे इंशाल्लाह और विल कम अप विद समथिंग ताकि इनको any question
I have some observations, sir. Sir, 2-3 things. You said in one of the slides, you said that generally 4 to 6 work for 4 to 6 Kani shawls is being prepared one time. So, which is case with a plain shawl. Generally, people cannot prepare work for 6 Kani shawls. Reason being, generally it takes 4 to 6 months to weave a single shawl. So they cannot have work prepared for 3 years.
तो 4 to 6 तो मैक्सिमम ले लिया ना, दो लोग भी बैठते हैं ना तो गड्ढे हो जाता है।
Still, Kani mein I have not witnessed even 2 shawls. They do unless it is just a very simple kind of a border or things like that. So that's one thing. And then, sir, second thing is that QR details. I'm not sure whether QR details which are in the GI label by now, they are also giving information about the signals. I believe it is restricted by now to the weaver at most and the trader are not registered.
Mainly with the weaver.
Yeah, so that is-
और जो QR कोड में जो है ना weaver का डिटेल आता है।
weaver का अभी spinner का उस level पे I don't think it has gone. And sir, one more thing is that you said that when we talk about Capra hiracus, it is found in JNK. So it used to be a case and we would easily claim that, but now there's a bifurcation. So it is to be specifically mentioned that it is in Ladakh. Because even you have been part of that NAB project, when Noori was tried to be developed over here, so we saw the quality of fiber, what it was. It was no more close to the 14 or 16 fibers. So these things, I believe, sir, these are my observations.
No, it is still this 40 to 60 micron. Latest I tested this material on the newly.
No, sir, I'm saying when that board was reared there in this part of the world.
हाँ,
I don't think it was that point in time.
नहीं
there.
that is when this story started.
अभी
तो अब ये है कि वो गवर्नमेंट सिस्टम कैसे चल रहा है। एक सिंपल सा एक गवर्नमेंट का नोटिफिकेशन है जिसकी वजह से शातूस का सिंगल एक गार्डियर को आइडेंटिफाई करके अब वो कस्टमर मतलब जो वेंडर है वो परेशान हो जाता है, उसका कम से कम जो है ना 5-10 करोड़ का कंसाइनमेंट फंस जाता है एक्सपोर्ट का, ठीक है ना, बट वो भी कुछ नहीं कर सकते।
Yeah.
बाय द रूल वो है।